Hey everybody, it's Stacey with Pageantry Now, and we're back. Sorry about the technical issue, but like I said, I've got a brand new computer, so I'm still trying to get it all is set up with everything that we use. So we're all about positivity and pageantry and being able to highlight the amazing things title holders are doing around the world to change their world using a crown and a sash. So often we only hear about the negative things in pageants, and we really want to be able to highlight the positivity and showcase what these title holders are doing in a positive way. So if you're joining us, feel free to ask comments. Please make sure that we keep them PG today. We do have a very special guest that's kind of snuck into the interview. So it'll be a surprise in just a second. So ask questions as long as they're appropriate. I will put them up on the screen so everybody can see them. Obviously, you'll be able to see them in the chat, but we want to be able to keep it for the broadcast when people watch later on. And if you've got questions, ask them. If you've got friends, bring them. We really appreciate you being here because without our cronies, we don't have a show. So with that being said, here we go. Hi.
Hi.
All right.
My name's Evie.
Hi, Evie. And who are you with? What's her name?
Who am I?
Mama.
Mumma.
And
So, Mummy's name is...
Charlotte Emily.
That's right. And I'm the current Miss Diamond South Yorkshire.
And she's been in the paper.
Shh.
it's okay.
You can talk in a
Are
minute.
you bragging on Mom? You can tell her you've been in the paper. Tell us about it.
Okay, you carry on then.
She's been in the paper a lot of times. And if I look in her old boxes, then there's loads of pieces of paper that have her in the paper. With me.
Yes, with you.
I saw when Mommy sent me one of the pictures with you in it.
That when we were at the bubble run, can you remember last year?
And I almost drowned in the bubbles.
You did almost drown in the bubbles. You love the bubbles.
Bubbles. Oh my goodness.
And I tried to swim in them.
You did. Because you do a lot of charity events with Mummy, don't you?
Yeah, and I get loads of medals. I'll go and get them.
You want to go get your medals? We'll get
you
your medals
guys get
then.
back to your talk.
Okay, we'll get back to our talk. So there's a special guest.
Surprise! Oh my goodness.
Surprise, everyone! The joys of being a pageant mum.
Yeah. But and honestly, I think it's fabulous that she's excited. She wants to be part of it. She's super proud of you. And that says so much because especially welcome to International Women's Day for all of you across the planet that are women, and we're being able to highlight equality. So everybody show me your equality sign so that we are being able to prove that we are just as good as everybody else on the planet. Right?
We are, aren't we? We're perfect.
Wait!
Women. What?
You told me to take a picture and you did it like that with your sash on.
I did do it like that with my sash on because Mummy's doing International Women's Day.
I got on my medal.
Yeah, and Evie's got her medals.
Oh, I left
from all the things.
My medals are out in the other room. I just have my sashes, but that's pretty cool.
You have so many sashes.
I know.
She has lots of sashes, doesn't she?
But you know
what?
my
first medal.
Yeah, let me see.
It was at the wildlife park in the rain.
Love that.
Yeah, and then
the colour dash, it's where they spray paint on us.
Oh, cool.
That is. We did that one for charity as well, didn't we?
And then the Santa dash.
Yeah, and we did that one for charity as well, didn't we?
There's my three.
Yeah, your three big medals.
You do those with Mommy to help raise money for people that need help, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next time I do one, I'm going to put my hands like this.
And then you're going to do your equality. Thank you. So.
Equality!
Because women are strong and empowered and fantastic, right?
Big muscles.
I don't know. My muscle you can't see.
This is the future, these little monkeys right here.
But that's so important that you're being a role model for her and being able to set her up for, walking outside of the norm, because we spend so much time trying to fit into other people's reality. And, we want you guys to we want you to grow up and be strong and empowered.
You can do anything that you want, can't you?
Yeah, because I can eat, sleep, and dance.
Yes, Evie's been in dance rehearsals all day today for a show in about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and next time we go, Well, it was dress rehearsals this week, so next time we're going to do the theatre and dress rehearsal. And next weekend it'll be the show.
Yes,
So
it's very,
Evie,
very
you
exciting.
can't see it right now, but when you guys go back and watch it, our crown is right over your head. It looks like it crowned you.
There's a crown me!
It's on
It's
you right
invisible
now. You can see it.
crown.
Hold on, I'll take a picture. Hold on. Hold on.
Wait, we better smile.
Okay, wait. Go. Wait. Move back over just a little bit. Move.
Go back that way.
There. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Ready?
Day.
Look, Evie, you're wearing the crown.
I got a crown. I'm a princess.
You're a princess now. I love it. Except
Mrs. Perfect Grammar Nurse.
International.
Grammar Nurse.
Glamour International.
Oh, and then
We've got Elite United Nations
Oh
Ambassador, Mrs. Universal,
Yeah.
Mrs. United States. I can't read the rest
There,
of them.
I'm missing.
oh, I love your necklace.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh my goodness, you guys are the best for me. Oh my god, this is supposed to be about mommy though. We're supposed to talk to her.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Should we?
You forgot about Mummy.
Wait. Okay. So Evie, ask mommy why do you want to compete in a pageant?
Why do you want to compete in pageant?
Because there's a few reasons. I think it helps me build my own confidence. It's helped me meet friends throughout the UK. Hopefully in America if I win and go to the international in Vegas. And then it allows me to work with charities that are really close to my heart. So my platform for Miss Diamond is cancer and cancer awareness. So it's allowing me to work closely with the larger charities in the UK as well as some of the smaller ones. So, and then to be a little role model for this one as well. So I want her to understand the importance of charity work and how she can work in local community. So you know all about, what did you do the other week? What Mummy made you do? Well, not made you do, but what did Mummy discuss with you the other week about the teddy bears?
Well, I have loads of teddies in my room. A lot. And there was 1,000 in there. I think.
There wasn't
1,000 teddy bears.
Okay, then 100.
I need to come
There was
to
a
your
lot of
house.
There was a lot of teddy bears, and there was a hospital that needed some teddy bears. So I gave about 14 away.
Yeah.
That
To
is
the
And I
so
wrote them
kind.
I got some special pens, some cardboard pieces of paper, and a note from me.
Yeah, so we donated 14 teddies as part of the Adopt a Teddy programme at our local hospice. So when children are visiting family or friends, they get to adopt a teddy. So it's something that belongs to them. So it just helps the process be a little bit easier for them, even though it's really difficult times.
Evie,
So
you're listening?
you get involved in all sorts.
You listen?
Like
Are
if
you
someone had
listening?
cancer.
You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't hear it. It put applause in there because that's awesome.
Oh,
That is
that's
so
cute.
cool.
Yeah.
Applause to you guys too.
Oh wait, we'll do more applause. Hold on, there we go.
So yeah, so that's why I do pageants. Charity. Yeah, that's why I do pageants. A few reasons all thrown into one. So yeah, but you enjoy it as much as I do, don't you?
But this isn't your first title though, right? You've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, I started doing it, I think it was about 8 years ago. I did my first pageant and I lost. I didn't even place, but I loved it. I got very Miss Congeniality. Fell in love with it. Carried on, but I do take time in between each one and trying to find the right system for me. Because obviously being a mum, I can't even do an interview by myself. So I've got to find the time to be able to juggle pageantry work and being a mum all at the same time and find a system that really, really speaks to me. So the one that I'm doing at the moment, Diamond, empowers women of all ages, sizes, whether you're a mum, whether you're married, whether you've got children, all sorts really. And I think it's really, really important to celebrate, because just because I am a mum doesn't mean I shouldn't be a pageant queen at the same time. It just means I have a rather hectic lifestyle.
You got to juggle more. You've got more balls to juggle. I mean, it really comes down to that. Is like, how can you be able to find the ability to spin all the plates and make sure that everything keeps going all the time. And so then you started doing pageants before how old are you, Evie? You're 10?
No.
Close. You're 10 this year,
9.
aren't you? I started doing it after Evie.
Right.
And then I think after I had her, I think like a lot of women, they can lose the confidence a little bit after having a baby, and it just allowed me to get back out there, strut my stuff on stage, release my inner queen, and I just loved it. And then I do them occasionally, and then yeah, you just love it as well, don't
The
you?
best thing about being in a pageant or pageant queen is not because of winning, it's because of raising things for charity.
You're so cute.
Oh,
You're
I
just so
love
cute, Evie.
you. Oh, Evie, I give you love. Lots of hearts. You're getting lots
Oh,
of hearts, by the way, in the broadcast. People are giving you guys hearts.
Heart, heart, heart,
Heart,
heart,
heart,
heart.
heart,
See,
heart,
give
heart,
it
heart,
this
heart,
one.
heart. So, Evie, have you done a pageant too, or no? Just dance.
I've seen Mummy do one.
no, you haven't done one though, have you?
No, I haven't done one, but I've seen Mummy do one. She did one in Blackpool with her friend Lisa and Rebecca.
Yeah.
And she's done a couple, but I've not been there for most of them because she goes away, and I hope she goes to Vegas to see the cancer people and get them better.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to tell you a secret, Evie. I am one of those cancer people.
Oh.
I've had cancer 3 times, and I'm going through treatments right now. So you're going to be doing all of your work to help people like me.
That's so nice, isn't it, sweetheart?
I'll get you a teddy.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll send lots
so
of love to make you feel better.
You're so sweet. So, let's talk a little bit. Do you like to be called Charlie or Charlotte?
Either, I don't mind. I get both.
I saw Charlie when you on your Skype, and I was like, oh, why is what? And then I thought maybe your husband is Charles.
I get
and I was
both.
like, no, it's good. And then I went Charlie, got it.
Yeah, it's hard to follow press pieces sometimes because sometimes they use Charlie and sometimes they use Charlotte, so I have to Google myself twice if I'm trying to check up on press releases.
There you go. So
Yeah.
let's talk a little bit about Ms. Diamond UK, and then it goes on to Regency International, correct?
Right, yes. Okay. So we've got the final of Miss Diamond in May. Then they select the teen, Miss, Ms, Mrs. There is a curve section as well, but they don't go to Regency. They go to a pageant in India. And then we go to, well, if I were to win, we would go to Vegas in July, the end of July. So for Regency, so fingers crossed it all goes well. I've been working very, very hard so far. This is the hardest I've ever actually worked for a pageant, but it just means so much to me, this one, and it's allowing me to embrace my platform and do some really good work with some of the local charities and hospices, and I get you involved, don't I? I make you do runs.
I have a question.
Oh, what is your question?
Do you like the fun dresses that you get to wear?
I love the fun dresses. They are one of the best things about being a queen.
Even if you don't win, how do you feel?
You always feel a little bit sad, I think, if you don't win. But then I also think you get really, really happy as well, especially if one of your friends win, and then you get to meet new friends. And then you've raised all that money for charities, and I think it's just an amazing feeling, even if you don't win.
Even so, if you...
I'm confused who's doing the interview now.
It's totally okay. I mean, honestly, this is good. One of our regular crownies who asks difficult questions, Kenzie, is on, and she just keeps making comments. She keeps going, 1,000 teddy bears, oh my gosh. And then I did the applause. She says, we can hear it. And then she said, gotta release your inner queen. And then she's like, pageant in India, and I'm like, ooh. And then little Miss Interviewer sidekick today, Evie.
I'm not a sidekick, I'm the queen.
Oh, you're the queen now, are you?
Okay, I will give you that. I am also a queen, and so is Mom.
Yeah, we're all queens.
You're a queen, she's a queen, I'm a queen.
We're all queens.
And all of you out there are queens and kings and princesses and princes.
Don't tell Meghan Markle.
And dogs and cats and mouses and snakes.
Right, okay, we get the picture, my little queen. This is the most interesting interview I think you'll have ever had.
It's so cool.
Now
I love it.
I'm going to show. I'm going to go get you a teddy.
Okay, you go get a teddy. Right, she's off to get teddies now.
I love
That's
it. Oh my
one.
God. Oh, Charlotte, but see that says so much about you as well, because she's got this great Spitfire personality, and that's what we want to see. We want to see, women empowering their young women to be everything they can be, and that's the hardest job on the planet.
Oh,
So that's
thank you.
even more important than being a pageant queen. So being a mom is hard. So
Yeah. It,
congratulations, because she's got
oh,
so much
thank you.
energy and spirit. That's fantastic. I mean, I know some of it is always, genetic, but like you have to keep that going. If you don't,
Yeah.
anyway.
It definitely encourage her to do whatever she can, and at the moment it's all about dancing at the moment. So,
That's
oh,
awesome.
she's back. Just calm down a little Miss Hyper Pants.
So,
Just because you're thinking you're famous now from America.
oh, look at that. It's
Wait, this is
beautiful.
America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in America.
Okay, this is Maurice.
Hi, Maurice. Very nice to meet you. I'm Stacy.
It's very nice to meet you too.
Right, are we going to let Stacey do some talking?
Yeah, but I
You,
want to go play.
okay, you go
You look
play.
after Maurice.
I'll look after Maurice. You can go play.
I love it.
Oh,
Oh my
sorry
goodness.
about that. She fell off the bed.
Cute. I love it. All right. So, what are the areas of competition for you for Ms. Diamond?
So, interview, fashion, and evening wear. So, it's all in 30%. You can get the extra 10% in charity and publicity, which is split 5% each. So,
Okay. And so
yeah.
then all of the activities that you're raising funds for, all of the charity events that you go to, things like this, all work into that 10% as well, correct?
Correct, yes.
That's
Because I've not chosen one of the pageant's charities, because I'm working with my own, my charity doesn't go towards it, but all the publicity and all the press and all the appearances does. So I'm not 100% on definitely getting the extra 10%, but I'm working as hard as I can on every other aspect,
no, that's fantastic.
including walking around in 7-inch heels at least an hour a day just to get used to it.
That's crazy. Kenzie says she loves your daughter's personality. She's happy and
Oh,
goofy. That's so
thank
cute. Oh my
you.
God, so
And
cute.
thank you for letting her come on.
Of
I
course.
don't think we had a choice about it, to be honest, but thank you for
No,
letting her come
my
on.
pleasure. I love that, because like again, that's next generation, and if it inspires her to want to do things, that makes it that much better for me. So I love that. All right. So, but I know when you go to Regency, doesn't Regency have swimwear?
Um, Not as far as I'm aware. I didn't see the girls last year in any
I'll have to
swimwear.
check. I know that I
Um,
was supposed to possibly do Regency this year, and
ah,
but I'm not traveling a lot, so.
yeah,
And I mean, I have been to Vegas several times, but my doctor's kind of limiting my travel, so
yeah.
we're not sure what I'm going to do.
Maybe next year.
That's what I think. So maybe you can
Yeah,
crown me next year.
yeah. There's always a reason why you can't do something one year,
Yeah,
and it always works out for the best. That's the way I see
I
it. If
agree.
something goes wrong, it's not meant to be, and better things are out there. So maybe we'll come back next year fighting,
Exactly.
and you'll smash it and take that international crown.
Yeah, we'll do it. It'll be great. So, but let's talk about, like, I know that you really love your charity work, and that's really one of the things that motivates you to continue to do this. But once you got the pageant bug, especially because in the UK, pageantry is kind of, I mean, obviously it's becoming much more available, but I know just in Europe in
Yeah,
general, it has been a little bit taboo, and it hasn't been quite as, it certainly hasn't been like it is in the States, where, pageantry became our royalty because we didn't have
yeah.
royals. You have royals there. So, small
You've got
town.
one in Canada now, though. Sorry, two in Canada now.
I know. Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
No, no. I find it kind of fascinating, because again, you know, I think some of that is really archaic, and that we need to kind of update the whole idea of what the royals are as well. So, I mean, the same thing with pageantry. Pageantry is changing and evolving, and when it was just a swimsuit competition, and then became just a beauty pageant. Now it's so much more. It is about the community
It is.
service. It is about what you're doing. So let's talk about your charity. You said you've got your own charity that you work for. So tell me a little bit more about that.
So there's a couple that I have been working with. One of them is called Blue Bellwood Children's Hospital. So they work with children who have cancer and also other terminal illnesses or non-terminal illnesses. So they support the child and also the family. So they can arrange accommodation for the family while the child is having treatment, and things like that. So it is the whole package that they do provide. So when Evie was showing you her medals earlier, and when she got lost in bubbles, that was actually for Blue Bellwood Children's Hospice. I'm actually doing a Mud Madness run for them in April as well, which I'm quite scared about. Evie wanted to do it as well, but she couldn't because she's under 11 years old, which is quite sad. So we've got to wait until the end of the year to do another one with them with her. I've just become a official volunteer as well as a fundraiser with them as well. So I did my first official voluntary role on Thursday night, where I had to go and see some children in a dance studio and do the big check thing and collect all the money for them. So that was really, really good. I was absolutely shaking. I'm not going to lie. I was so scared about hurting one of the children when I was walking past them in my heels, but it was fine. There was no children injured. It was all good.
And you
So
were not
that's one of
injured in
them.
the making of it either, because that's the other thing too.
No
Is like
children.
not.
No children injured in the making of this video. It's all fine. So that's one of the charities I'm working with quite a lot. And then the other one is Aurora. So what they do, it's a wellbeing centre for patients who have got cancer. Sorry, I keep bringing it up and I don't mean to. It's just my chosen platform, so I'm
No,
sorry.
don't apologize. I mean, and honestly, for me, my platform for probably 15 years was cancer charities because of what me and my experience and what I've been through. Like now, I mean, it still is to some degree, but now I work with the American Heart Association because now I have heart issues from my cancer treatment. So,
Yeah.
and I always say, God willing, your cancer goes away, but the challenges that come afterwards are really what is the big thing that most people don't understand is that
Yeah.
the cancer can be treated, you can go into remission, and then there's a whole realm of ramifications that come from that as well. Which blessed that we are living and surviving, but I'm one of those people that 23 years ago they told me I had 8 weeks to live.
Oh my God.
So I'm a miracle, which I'm grateful
Yeah,
for. But
definitely.
now we're dealing with 20 years out what has happened to me and my body because of the treatments we didn't know. So I'm one of
Mm.
those people now that's that statistic of what happens. So I'm blessed to have
Well, you
the
definitely prove
story.
them wrong.
Yes, no,
Yeah,
exactly. But so don't ever apologize for doing something that is compassionate, that you're passionate about as well, because it's showing empathy to the world, and that's clearly what we need more of.
definitely need more empathy. So Aurora, they provide a wig loan service basically. So if you're lose your hair due to chemotherapy, they will provide you a loan wig until your hair starts growing back, which I think is really, really nice. I remember when my dad had cancer when I was only 3 years old, so I can't remember anything, but he lost all his hair and he was really embarrassed as a man to lose his hair. He used to wear baseball caps to cover the fact that he lost his hair and his eyebrows. I think as a woman, it must feel even worse than it did for my dad. So the fact that they do this wig service, I think, is absolutely amazing. And then they also do beauty treatments. So just to get your nails done or have a facial or a massage, but they do it all for free
That's
for cancer
amazing.
patients. So, and it is only a small charity based in Doncaster, where I live in South Yorkshire, and the work they do is just absolutely amazing. So that's why I wanted to support them as well. So I went in last week and donated 3 wigs, and then I'm hoping to do a bit more as well with them. So I'm just waiting to see what events and things I can do for them to help raise a bit of awareness and just a bit of extra funds as well for them. So with them being small, they don't get as much as the large charities. So got to keep everything quite local, I think, sometimes to help more local people. So it's definitely important for me to do that.
I agree. And my catchphrase is always a drop in the ocean eventually becomes a wave of change. And people
Mm.
think that one person doesn't make a difference locally. A lot of people think, oh, what I'm doing doesn't really change people. And it
Yeah.
does. And you don't know. I mean, you look at um, so many teenagers now that are coming forward and having Greta Thunberg, who's now 17, but is changing the world with the way she
Exactly.
thinks and trying to change our planet, and
Whole
that
movement.
it started locally. And
Yeah.
without those moments and without those people, you don't know what your voice can do and what the possibilities are until you step out of that comfort zone and kind of go into the unknown and go, you know what, I want to do this. I'm passionate about it. I want
Mm.
to support.
I
What
think
flames is it? What your dad went through? Is that what made you want to be more involved, or are there
Um,
other things that have gone on?
there was a few factors. Obviously, my dad was quite a big one. My two granddads died of cancer. My grandma died of cancer.
I'm so sorry.
My auntie had breast cancer and cervical cancer. My UK pageant director got diagnosed earlier on this year with breast cancer as well. And then I found a lump about 2 or 3 years ago, and that was quite scary for me. So all of that together was a big push to work with people who were suffering from cancer and cancer charities. It's very upsetting, but I've tried to turn a bad thing into a positive thing, and hopefully I'm doing that. I did do a large piece in the press, in my local press,
Mm-hmm.
all about touchy tatters. That's what my pageant director named this campaign as, touchy tatters. And there was a big check about how to correctly check your breast for
Right.
any lumps, any differences. And I actually had a nurse from the local hospital literally stalk me on Facebook, which I thought was amazing. I felt like a celebrity, and messaged me saying, thank you so much for putting that article out there. That article could potentially save people's lives because they'll be checking a bit quicker. And hopefully someone who's read the article might get an earlier diagnosis than what they originally would have had, and potentially help them in the long run, hopefully. So all about the ripple effects, as you said. So
It really does, and I mean, and it makes a difference. And even if it just makes a difference locally, which, I mean, clearly those are the people that you could potentially come in contact with on a daily basis. And I know for me, like when I first got diagnosed, I was 30, so I was relatively young in comparison
mm,
to most people. I mean, I guess my kind of cancer, I had lymphoma, so it's usually children or teenagers. So
yeah.
I'd had it for quite a while, and we just didn't know it. But one of the spaces that I did gymnastics at, the the teachers at the school would once a month just come with an envelope with cash and say,
Oh
here, go do something special, go, take a day off, pay somebody so they can come and teach so you can have some time. And
no.
those people just made such a huge impact for me, because I was one of the few people that I didn't care about my hair being out,
Mm,
so I went bald the entire time. I felt like this was my moment to have my statement, and
yeah.
people would keep trying to give me wigs, and I was like, no, no, not going to do that. I really want to.
It's a personal choice,
Yeah, and
isn't it?
it really was, and I mean, and it made a lot of people uncomfortable, because a lot of people, especially back then, a lot of people didn't survive. So
Mm,
I had people get angry with me and come up in the mall and be like, no, no, you can't do that. You've got to cover your head. And I said, if it makes you uncomfortable, that's your problem, not mine. But this is
you
my
should
way of
not
dealing
have to
with
do
it.
that.
But,
Exactly.
the people that were positive, the people that were there helping me out made such a huge difference. And I think my recovery, but also in how I fought, because I really wanted to be there for them. Oh
Yeah,
gosh, Kenzie's
definitely.
asking the hard question. Oh my
Oh gosh,
goodness.
I'm scared of Kenzie already.
Don't be scared of her. She's beautiful. She's 18. She's amazing. She started following us when she was 14. She's been around for quite a while. She says,
Wow.
in your opinion, what is the single most important issue the world needs to address, and why?
Hmm. That is a really, really tough one,
It's
actually.
hard.
Yes, it is. And I'm not going to do a Miss Congeniality and say world peace. I'm not
We
going to
do
do
need
that.
world peace, though. I do
We do
have to
need world
say
peace.
that. So
I think it's more about treating people with dignity and respect. I do think it comes under the world peace umbrella. Obviously, I can't say world peace without sounding like a film, but I think it's definitely treating people with more respect and more dignity that they deserve. Today being International Women's Day, obviously treating women with the same respect as what you treat a man. It should be the same for everyone, no matter their age, their gender, their sexual orientation, their religion. If everyone treat each other with enough respect, enough dignity, then I think a lot of the world problems would decrease. I think there wouldn't be as much fighting, there wouldn't be as much racism, there wouldn't be as much anger towards gays, lesbians, bisexual people. I do think that would cut a lot of issues down. I really do.
I agree.
Probably didn't say it in the best way,
It,
but
we at the end of every show, we always say, "Be kind to one another," like Ellen DeGeneres says,
yeah,
because really, we believe. I believe the world is an angry place, and we have to learn to get along. So
exactly.
saying world peace is, I mean, I know people think it's cliche, but the truth of the matter is that we probably do need it.
Yeah, we
And we
do.
need more kindness, and we need more, like I said, more just more empathy for each other. And
Yeah, definitely. And I think that would help a lot with so many issues. It really, really would.
and
So,
equality, because right now the way
yeah,
like Zosie Tunzi, Miss Universe, said in our interview with her, it'll take 108 years for men and women to be equal at the rate that we're going right
wow.
now. 108. And I
We should
just
be
think
equal
that's,
already. Been equal at the start.
thank you, absurd,
It, it,
absolutely
it
absurd.
makes no sense to me.
So
It really doesn't.
we have to make the world a better place for Evie, because she's our
We
future.
do.
So there you go.
She is that little one there that was driving everyone crazy earlier with teddies like Maurice.
I love it though.
They, she, she is literally.
Kenzie gave you
I'll give it to her.
applause. She's going, good job.
Oh,
Uh, uh,
thank you, Kenzie.
Effie Murphy says, wishing you the very best for the finals at Diamond UK, and
Oh,
sends a
thank
kiss.
you.
Love from Miss Diamond Court, competing for Miss Diamond Ireland.
Yeah, so Ireland are competing a bit later than us. I think their fight, I can't remember the exact month, so I do apologise. But I know it's later on in the year, and they would be going to Miss Regency next year, not
Okay.
this year's final. So it would be next year that she will be competing
Are
for.
you
So
excited
thank you
about
so much.
coming stateside if you win? Like, is that like super cool to you?
I love Vegas. I
Oh
love
my gosh,
Vegas.
okay.
I went for my 30th birthday and I had the best time, and I love Vegas. So I would love to go back. I'm really want to come back to America. I just love the people. I think they're just so friendly. And I absolutely love America. So, and the brunches in the Vegas hotels. Oh my gosh, they are
They're
incredible. So,
crazy. Like, it's insane.
yeah,
I feel bad. Like, the first time I went to Vegas was for Miss Universe in 2015. Uh, and in my dream, it was like I'd been to, at that point, 41 states, so I'd never been to Nevada. So I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going. And I'd never been to Vegas, and I got there, and then everything just went crazy, because that was the Miss Universe that they
yeah.
Steve made a mistake. So I didn't even get to go to like
Oh, was that year?
yeah, I didn't go to any of the
Oh my
casinos. I didn't go. I was just like, it was crazy. It was crazy. I flew in for
God,
like
imagine.
48 hours that I was there. So finally, like, my husband went the following year. We went and we got to spend a little bit of time. But we just kind of like hung out and checked things out. Like, we're not party people, so we were kind of like, oh, let's go look at this.
I like my chilled holidays. My chilled holidays are my favourite. But I've got into city breaks now. I really do like city breaks. I've been travelling quite a lot of Europe in the last 18 months. So I should have actually been in Venice a couple of weeks ago, but I
Oh,
didn't go due to
the
the
restrictions.
virus.
Yeah.
So, yes, I did not leave there because I didn't want to risk anyone else getting poorly because of me.
Well,
So,
and
yeah.
that's, I mean, actually, there's quite a lot. When I'm, uh, we are in the, I don't know if in the UK is it crazy, because here in the States, people have got a little bit of, like, it's on the news like every moment about the virus, and I wasn't sure if it's just as nuts there as it is here, because, like,
It's constantly in the news. We've had schools shut, we've had businesses shut, we've got people panic buying, hand sanitizer, toilet roll as well. That's going
That
quite
I don't
quickly.
understand the toilet roll.
Maybe maybe it's a self isolation for 2 weeks. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's not so bad where I live because we haven't got any cases here.
Yeah.
But have seen it in newspapers and online. It is a bit crazy. I think more down south than it is up north. But as long as you're careful and keep washing your hands and using hand sanitizer, for most people, it is just like a really bad flu.
Right.
It's just if you have any other issues, then it can be unfortunately life
This
threatening. So
girl
you've got
is
to be
really worried about it because of the other issues.
exactly.
But like I mean I say like we've got an event that we're going to, but I limit my exposure as much as I can. Actually I found a great home recipe to make hand sanitizers. So, I mean, we have tons of
Mm,
it because we use it for our gymnastics company because we buy it on a regular
yeah,
basis and we use it all the time. But I figured, okay, let me find alternative ideas, and you can make it with aloe vera gel and witch
yeah,
hazel and essential oils, and then my hands smell amazing because
amazing.
I put lavender and I put vanilla in it. So I bought that, and it was
I
like,
love
so I just walk around going, "Yep, I'm good. Yep,
don't smell your
I'm
hands
good."
all day.
Okay, everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing, nothing. I'm not doing anything at all." But it's like, and when I was messaging you in the middle of the night, which I was like, I'm an idiot. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm still awake here, but I have a cold. So my husband's like, "Are you really gonna
Yeah,
go out?" And I'm like, "It's a cold. I know it's a cold. It's
yeah.
probably even allergies."
Lots of fluids.
Yeah, yeah, tons. I mean, I drink tea and water like this goes with me everywhere. This is water. So like crazy, right?
Now,
Yeah. No, I just people are like, "What do you have in there? Vodka?" And I was like, "No, it's water."
I wish mine were full of gin sometimes, but mine's also full of
There you
water.
go. So,
Yeah.
so all right. So what do you think about like this whole pageant thing? Like don't you find it's a little crazy, or do you think that it feeds, is there an adrenaline rush? Like, what makes you keep wanting to do it? Is it really just the charity work, or what is it that you see in you?
For me, it's each time I get up on that stage, I feel like a bit more confident, like my confidence comes out. And you do get that adrenaline rush when you're waiting backstage and you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's my turn. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna fall off stage, and oh, I'm just gonna slip. And then you actually do it, and you do it right, and then it's just the best feeling in the world. I suppose it's how gymnastics feel when they get something right on a bar, or a dancer when they nail that dance, or a ballerina when they get the perfect points and the perfect spins. I don't know what they're called, but I suppose for us it's like our sport.
Right.
So that's how I see it. It is like a bit of an addiction, really. And I think if you compare how we feel hitting that stage to compared to how someone is in their field of sport, I suppose it's quite a similar feeling. And I just absolutely love it. I love the girls, I love the outfits, I love the big hair, because I love big hair on pageant day. The makeup, you just feel the best version of you, all glammed up, and it's just brilliant. I just love it. I'm just a proper big kid, really. Anything that sparkles, I'm like a
So
magpie. Is that an English saying?
I wasn't that way, and that's the thing that's crazy. Is like now, like I mean, I clearly like I have like all my sashes are blinged out and my
Like a
clothes, but
million.
I'm not that girl. So like when people are like, why do you have all this stuff if you don't like it? I'm like, oh, because it's cool. I mean, like it's part of the pageant thing. But some of my
I'm not
not that
a
girl.
pageant girl at all. Out of pageants, I am trackies, t-shirts,
Thank
hair
you.
normally up in a messy bun. Like honestly, no makeup. It's very rare I wear makeup. And then at pageant day comes and I'm just like, alter ego.
That's it's one day a week I put makeup on for sure because when I do interview, um,
Yeah.
and then of course when I do appearances and things like that, I've got makeup on. But I'm like, no, like I'm just like I there's a different. My husband calls it the difference between Pageant Stacy and Miss Stacy, and and they're different people. And then his
What,
wife,
like
the lady
Beyonce
that
and
lives at
Sophia?
home. So hold on, I have. So the question that I ask everybody is, do you like frogs? Why or why not?
I do like frogs. They eat flies, and flies annoy me.
Oh,
So yeah,
all right. Hold on a
if you
second.
got too much flies, it spreads too much disease. You see, you got to keep the flies
This
under
is true.
control.
I agree.
So yes, I do like frogs.
Oh, come on. I'm trying to find. All
And we
right.
wouldn't have the Disney film either without the frogs. We wouldn't
Oh,
have
that's true.
yeah, Princess and the Frog. It is literally called Princess and the
Yep.
Frog, and I love that film. And they're doing a remake, and it looks amazing.
All right. Well, I know they're like starting to do like a bunch of the live action ones, and I hadn't seen The Princess and the Frog until last summer because one of our students is actually named after Tiana from the movie. So she made me watch it during the we do summer camp, and so I finally saw it, and I was like, oh, this is a good movie. So, all right.
I love it. I love all Disney films, though, especially with Evie. We love to watch
That's
them
true.
all.
Well, and now with Disney Plus, I know you guys have Disney Plus in the UK as well, right?
It's just being released, yeah, but we just have it on Sky, and I buy all the DVDs as well.
Yeah, we do
And then
too.
we give the DVDs to hospitals normally when she's bored of them. So buy them
That's
from
okay.
charity shops normally, and then we normally give them back to charity shops or take them into children's hospitals.
We
So
we
we're
we
always
send them to
trying
the
to.
library and stuff like that too. But the children's hospital is a good idea. I don't know why I didn't think about that. That's a good idea. All right, I'm gonna ask
Thank you.
you this month. We're doing a different set of questions than we usually ask because the interviewer James Lipton, who does Inside the Actors Studio, just passed away. And so, for the entire
Oh,
month of
I'm so
March,
sorry.
it's okay in honor of it. He was 93, so it wasn't so. Yeah,
Wow,
so he'd been doing it for quite a
good
while,
age.
but he did the interviews for almost 25 years, and at the end of every interview, he always asked every actor that came on 10 questions. So, you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
What is your favorite word?
Evie.
Oh, that's so sweet. I love that.
He probably is actually.
Okay. What is your least favorite word?
Naughty. Because it
There you
means they
go.
have to punish.
Oh no.
You've been naughty. What are you doing? Stop being so naughty. I do it to
It's
the
probably
daughter
prefaced
and the
with
dog.
Evie.
Stop being naughty. Yeah, it is the worst word because you know there's a punishment coming.
Oh
You've been naughty, no iPad time.
no.
You can't have a DVD now.
Oh, it's so hard. I hate that. I know when I have to get strict, it's the worst with my students. Like, and then they get angry with me, and I'm like, "Mm, I'm sorry."
Mm.
All right. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
Creatively, I've just got into RuPaul's Drag Race. I don't know if I said that
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I've just started watching it. I am binge watching it on Netflix, and that is unbelievable, especially all the challenges where they have to make up scripts and songs and all the outfits, and oh my god, their walks.
The
Oh,
walk is to die for. You want to
oh,
learn how to walk? Pageant
exactly.
walk? That is it. Oh my gosh.
Exactly. So that is definitely what is making me feel very creative at the moment.
Very cool. Very
Is
cool.
that.
All right. What turns you off? What don't you like?
There's a few issues at the moment, but people who are nasty for no reason,
Oh, God.
and
Yeah.
people that don't respect people and purposely go out of the way to make someone feel uncomfortable. I
Agreed.
hate that.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay, you don't have to say the curse word, but what's your favorite curse word?
Oh, it's a really, really bad one.
Oh, but in the UK, yours are different than they are here stateside. Mine,
Let
mine
me see
is
if I,
the F word, but I don't say it.
well, mine's a C word with 4 letters, and it's really, really
Oh yeah,
bad.
no, I agree. That one actually, I
Yeah.
like to use. Well, I don't like to use it often, but it's probably my favorite one. The one I say all the time is the F word. So
Yeah, it's not the best one, but I think it's a northern thing. Us northerners don't mind it as much. Some people find it really offensively, but to us, it's just saying, "Hiya."
What sound or noise do you love?
Bubble wrap.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh.
Bubble wrap.
Oh, see, nah. I like. See, we're trying to plan to come to the UK, so we got to figure this out. I'm gonna have a party somewhere, like all over the UK now, because now
Yes,
I
we
have
will
all the title
have
holders
to.
are all contacting me from everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. A big pageant party.
That'd be cool. What noise or sound do you hate?
Oh, you know the bit in Jaws where he gets the nails on the chalkboard?
Oh
That's
no,
nasty.
no.
That's
Oh
nasty.
yeah, no, I agree. No, no. Oh yeah, no, no. Okay. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Being a teacher.
What do you do now?
Yeah, I work as a proactive sales coordinator.
Oh, cool.
So I work for a manufacturing company in the sales department.
Oh, cool.
But I've always wanted to get into teaching. I got a third of the way qualified for adult teaching, and then stopped, as you do.
If you can do online classes, then try to do them if you can. I just know it's hard to fit
Yeah.
it all in. I know for me, for my master's degree, it took like 12 years for me to do everything. I would do it in short spurts. I didn't do it all together because
Yeah.
actually more than that, it was probably 14 years. But anyways, like but just because like life gets in the way, you don't know what's gonna happen, and
It
you've
does. It
got you've got
does.
a child, so
Yes.
being a wife,
She's priority.
exactly, and then pageants and charity work and working
Work,
and
work.
then yeah, work, real life.
Everything else.
So,
Yeah, work, work.
what profession would you not like to do?
I couldn't be a nurse. I don't do needles and I don't do eyes. Eyes scare
Ooh,
me
yeah.
quite a lot. So yeah, no, no eyes. Don't do eyes. Don't do needles. They freak me out a lot.
They used to.
So
Well,
yeah, I could never
eyes,
be a
yeah.
nurse.
Needles used to flip me out. Now it's like, oh yeah, just do it. I still don't look though when people poke me. I still look away because
No, I don't. I look away,
uh,
like deep breaths. Put my hands underneath my legs so I can't fidget because I am a fidgeter. I'm constantly doing this with my hands.
yeah.
So yeah, that's how I have to, and that's how I'm gonna have to be my interview as well, my pageant interview, my real one. I'm gonna have to put my hands underneath my legs so I don't sit there like this,
Oh, but you know what?
or like
Don't but
Mr.
don't
Burns.
don't think about like don't because if you do that, then it kind of messes with your body language. So just
Yeah,
I mean, talk like when I do interview and when I'm in interview and pageant interview, I still use my hands. I mean, you're not supposed to use them a
yeah,
lot, but if that's your body language, you don't want to dissuade from your body language as well because
yeah,
93% of what you say is with your body.
yeah. I'm gonna have to try
93%.
and. Sorry, I lost you then.
93% of what
Uh,
you say is your body.
True. I need to try and figure it out.
Yeah.
Stop doing this
And try to
and get
just
better.
make it bigger. Just make it bigger,
As big as my
better,
pageant hair on the
fantastic.
day.
There we go. All right. And if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
You did all right, love. Come on in.
There you go. I love it. See, these are good questions. I like them. Because
They are
they're
good.
not I mean, they're not typical pageant questions, but I think and actually behaviorists came up with this list of questions because they actually get a little bit more in depth into how you think and how you relate to the world. So I think they're kind of cool. We may do this more. So Kenzie has a last question,
Okay.
and she says, "What is the best piece of advice that you've given, and why has it been so impactful for you?"
I say this to my daughter quite a lot because she moved schools, and I think it's quite tricky sometimes when you move schools. Try to be nice to everyone. If you can't be nice, don't say anything.
True.
I think is the best piece of advice. Obviously, not don't say anything and be rude and ignore, but just be civil. I think, yeah, just try and be nice where possible. Talk of the devil.
Hello.
You're back. So
perfect timing to say bye,
yeah,
because
we're
I think
getting
we're
ready
nearly
to
done.
go. So what?
And then you can get in the bath
What?
Yay!
and wash your hair.
What things do you want to say for Mom?
I love you.
I love you too.
I love you more than she's
I love you more. I love you, baby.
And
Goodbye.
then Charlotte, what would you like to say? What would you like to have your final words be?
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
And
you.
this one here, I've loved it. Thank you so much.
Goodbye, people of America.
Goodbye, people of South Yorkshire in the UK.
And I wish you all the best with your medical issues.
My medical
And
stuff
good
is
luck.
just medical stuff. It's been a long. It is a wonderful experience, even though it really stinks. It's made me be a better human. So even though it's not always fun, it is definitely something that's changed my life in a positive way. So because if I hadn't have had it, I wouldn't have met great people like you. So I'm blessed. So.
Well, you're a great person.
You are too, my love. Thanks for being on and being so kind and sharing. I really like that. You guys are adorbs. Totally cute. Sorry, that's an American saying adorbs.
Maurice gives you a kiss goodbye.
I got it. Thank you.
And to you, fans, goodbye. Oh, everyone, goodbye. Goodbye.
Right.
All right, I'm sending you love.
This monkey.
Love, 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 love.
Hot, 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 hot. Kiss, 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 kiss. Hot, hot, hot.
Oh,
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
hearts and kisses. I love it. Oh God, you guys are awesome. All right, hold tight. I'm gonna end up the show. So Charlotte, to find you, I know that you're on Facebook at Ms. Diamond South Yorkshire, correct?
That is correct, yes.
And then do you have an Instagram?
Evie's not on
well?
Facebook.
Nope, she's not allowed, not till 13.
Nope.
So
yeah, on
I'm on Snapchat.
Yeah, only to Mummy and a couple of your friends. With a really high privacy account. And my Instagram is at thecharliel87.
Charlie.
That's right.
Okay.
Is this on the internet?
Yes, we're live right now. People see you right now. It's like being on TV.
Hi, people. So everyone, I've been dancing today.
You were dancing all day.
Your pussy.
Right, you need to find some dollies to put in the bath.
Okay. Not yet.
Yes, you need to say bye-bye because you've got bath time.
Yeah, but I want to wait until you go.
Okay, but
so
you
hold
can't
on
be telling everyone about your day.
Stay really quiet for just a second, Evie, okay? I got to close up the show, so just be quiet for just a second, okay? Hold tight. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks so much, Kenzie. There's Charlie's Instagram. I really appreciate everybody being here. Ken, thanks for being my co-pilot. And then, of course, Evie and Charlotte for being here and sharing their stories. We really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like our page. Go to our Instagram account and follow us there, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel because we've got different content on all of them. Be kind to one another because, we really should be. And what else? That's everything, right? That's a wrap, guys. We'll see you. Next interview is Tuesday night. We have Miss Connecticut USA. She's coming on, and she's going to talk about winning her title and the quest for Miss USA. Thanks, guys. Everybody have a great day, and I will see you later from Carnival on the Mile.